This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss on a couple of topics like what is Maven and how to install Maven on server, and we are going to build one project, sample Maven project, and we are going to see what are Maven goals and what is form.xml. Okay. So first of all, we all know that developers write code in our project. Okay. Developers, what they will do? They will write code in our project. Okay, they'll write code either in um, this language, like either in Java, Python, .NET, .NET. So it's like this. They'll write code in multiple languages, programming languages. Okay. So we cannot directly give the code to the customer, right? We cannot directly give the code to customer. For that, what they will do? They will write the code and they will push it to the GitHub repository. It's not necessarily a GitHub repository. It could be a source code repository. It could be what is it, TFS or GitLab or anything. Okay, so they will push the code to this GitHub, and from there onwards, the next operation should be we should build the code and we need to execute some tests and we need to package the code into some format. Okay, we need to package the code into some format. Okay, so today we are going to discuss mostly on Java project, but I would like to explain what are the build tools for other languages as well. Let's say for example for Java we can use Maven because most of the banking projects or insurance projects in the market are using Java technology. So very less companies are using Python technology. So we can discuss mostly on Java. What is it? Maven. Okay. For Python, they have something like PYPA and pip installer. Okay, these kind of packages they have to build Python code. And for .NET projects, for .NET, I would say I'll represent like this. For .NET projects, they have MS Build. Okay, so MS Build. These are the build tools for different programming languages. So by default, let's say for example, we consider Java. Maven is the build tool. Okay, Maven is the build automation tool to manage, build, and something like text. What is managing activities? Build and test and package the Java based applications. Okay, Maven is a build automation tool to manage, build, and test and package the Java based applications. Okay, so when you build this Java project using Maven, what will happen? To generate some format called artifacts. Okay, artifacts. So what are these artifacts? They are nothing but jar. Jar is simply Java archive, where it is web archive, okay, and here something like enterprise archive. Okay, enterprise archive. So this build, this Maven build, it will generate these things. Okay, either jar or where or EAR. Okay, generally in projects, in real-time projects, we will be mostly having jar or where. Okay, sometimes there are other companies they will use EAR format as well. Okay, we will deploy these things in the server. Okay, what we need to do? We need to deploy these things in these jar files or where files in EC2 server. So the next thing is how to install Maven on server. So today let's consider Ubuntu server for installing Maven. Okay, Ubuntu server for installing Maven. By default, if you want to install Maven in any server, by default, if you want to install Maven in any server, we need Java, because Maven is a Java-based project. So we need Java software, not Java code. We need Java software, which is a default what is a dependency for building Maven projects. ఖచ్చితంగా మనం జావా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలన్నమాట. Okay, in this Java we have something called JDK. This is called Java Development Kit. Okay, we need to install this JDK. When I was explaining about package installation on Linux servers, I already explained how to install Java on EC2 server. So today we are going to follow the same method. Okay, so for installing Maven on Ubuntu machine, um, you can directly go to Google and type like how to install Maven on Ubuntu. So you'll get this as a first result. So we are going to follow this document. Let me log into my Ubuntu machine. Instances. So I have one name as Ubuntu EC2 machine which is already created. Let's take this command and git bash where we have public and private key. Simply copy and paste this command and hit enter. Okay. So Ubuntu is Ubuntu operating system. Let's log in as a root.
హలో బ్రో వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు. హలో వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు. నో వాయిస్. ఐ కాంట్ హియర్ యువర్ వాయిస్.
Dependence packages installed. They need to be updated. Okay, they need to be updated. For that purpose, we use this command. Okay, sudo apt update. You don't have to worry about the output. It will just update the dependencies. Okay. Now we need a official Maven repository. Okay, we need official Maven repository. But before that, we are going to install. We are going to install Maven latest version. For that, we will follow these steps. Okay, just install latest release on Maven. Okay, so we have followed this command. And second step is we need to install Java. We'll simply copy this command. Okay, control plus plus. Okay, please try to remind me to increase the screen size. Otherwise, you won't be able to see it. Okay? So sudo apt install default-jdk. This is the command to install Java on any server. So apt is for installing Java in Ubuntu server, and m is to install Java in Linux based Amazon Linux or Red Hat server. Okay. So for any installation, you don't have to remember any command. Okay, you need to understand the command and you can Google it. If you want to install anything on any server, so you just need to Google how to install that on server. Okay, that easy to mission. For example, I can Google how to install Maven on Ubuntu machine. So I got this document and I'm simply following this document. Okay, so we need to understand commands like sudo apt install default-jdk. What is it doing? So this command is doing, it is trying to install using this command, and it is installing the default version of JDK. I mean latest version of JDK. Now let's check Java -hyphen version. So if you check this, it has installed 11.16 version. Okay, it has installed runtime environment as well as JDK. So this runtime environment is it will be useful to run any application, Java application. This JDK, it will be useful to development develop or build any Java applications. Now it is the next command. Step 2 is to download and install Maven package. So here he clearly mentioned that we are using version 3.8.4, which is the latest version at the time of writing this article. But for us, it could not be the latest version. Okay, there would be something updated version should be there. Let's go to Maven projects, Maven official website. This is the Maven official website. So Maven is developed by this Apache. Okay, that is the reason it is called as Apache Maven. If you simply click on this download, okay, you will be having one page which has all the packages. Inside this, we have a file section. Okay, it will contain all the links, all the packages to download the Maven software. So in this, we have zip archive, we have this thing, 3.src target. So let's take this bin and the tar.gz. Okay, by default, this is the first link and this is the official link. We can use this. You can simply right click on this and copy the link address. Right click on this and copy the link address. Okay, so if you check this, let's say for example, if you check this command, what is it doing? Duplicate. I already explained what is the meaning of duplicate. If you install or download any packages from the internet, we need duplicate. Okay, so he is trying to import this package from the internet. Okay, using this link http and this link. So I just copied this link from official website, right? Let's see what happens if we paste this link in Notepad. See, this is the same link. Okay, but this is with the 3.8.6 version. Okay, this link is same, but this is with 3.8.6 version instead of 3.8.4. I'm just giving 3.8.6 version. So what is he saying? Like download the Maven and install the file in /temp directory. So we are trying directly downloading this file to /temp directory. I told you, right? mkdir -p slash what is it? and the subdirectory it will create command, and also this -p it will also, what do you say, it will copy the project, what do you say, it will import this link into this temporary directory, and we need to give wget. Okay, wget, and is there anything else? Okay. Simply copy this link. Okay, and we'll paste it in a server. If you see this, it is copied to last temp Apache Maven, and this is a saved. Okay, it is saved. Now the next step is, once the download is completed, extract the installation file in /opt directory. So when I was explaining about /usr, okay, or /opt in Linux class, I told you, right? So any third-party software should be installed in /opt directory. So Maven is also a third-party software. Yeah, that's why we are installing this Maven, what is it, in third-party, in /opt directory. So I told you, like, for extracting tar files, what is the command? tar-xpzf. Here, this is the command sudo tar. We can use xf or -xpzf, and we are extracting this file in /tmp, and this is Apache Maven tar.z. So instead of giving this specific version, okay, instead of giving this specific version, if you mention star like this, what it will do, it will extract any version that is present in the server. Okay, it will extract any version that is present in the server, and it is -c and /opt, it is directly extracting this file in this /opt directory. That is the meaning of this command. Okay, simply copy this command. Since we don't have what do you say, this version, we have our version, so we are using star. It means that it will extract any file. Okay, we will directly execute this command. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's go to cd/opt and let's check. See, we have Maven, Apache Maven 3.8.6. Okay, now let's get back to the root directory. Okay, cd. Okay, so next step is create a symbolic link called Maven, leading to the Maven installation repository. Okay, so he is asking us to create one link for this application. I'll tell you what it is. First of all, we will modify this with version. Okay, so it is going to create this Maven, okay, in the OPD directory. So with our what is it, Maven version. Okay, so let's say, for example, so to create hard link, we use ln command link from the client, replace path file with the path name or original name. What it is saying is, it is nothing but, so our application should read the path /opt/maven. So our software, okay, sequentially it should read the /opt/maven. అంటే మనం ఈ కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేస్తే మనము ఈ మావెన్ అనే డైరెక్టరీలో ఉన్న ఈ పాత్ చూడితే ఈ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ రీడ్ చేయాలని చెప్పేసి ఈ కమాండ్ చెప్తున్నాం అనమాట. ఓకే, what is the next command? Yeah, so we need to set up environment variable. What is this environment variable actually? So by default, when you install any software, either it could be a Java or it could be a Maven or anything, this server needs to know, like, where is this Java installed. Okay, this Java could be installed in one particular directory. Okay, let's say, for example, so Java is installed in this directory, home directory, but my server if I am installing in any application, okay, if I am installing in any application, my application, if it has a Java dependency, it should read it from anywhere. Okay, so my application, like for example, this Maven has dependency of Java. Okay, if I install Maven in OPT and this Java is in userlib folder, will it work? It won't work. It will ask for Java subject, Java software. Okay, for that purpose, if you, even if you install Java anywhere, if we define the path, okay, if we define the path, this application will call that Java from that path. That is why we need to export environment variables. Okay, ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఏదైనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు, ఏదైనా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అప్లై ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినప్పుడు, జావా అనేది ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తాను సాఫ్ట్వేర్. ఈ జావా అనేది చాలా ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కి యూజ్ అవుతా ఉంటుంది. సో అప్పుడు నేను ప్రతి ప్రాజెక్ట్ కి జావా లొకేషన్ ఎక్కడ ఉందో వెళ్ళి ఆ లొకేషన్ ని ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయడం కష్టం. ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏమంటారు, ఆ జావా ఇక్కడ ఉంది తీసుకోమని చెప్పేసి చెప్పడం, ఆ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ సెట్ చేయడం అనమాట అప్లికేషన్ కి. సో ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైం నేను అలా వెళ్ళి చెప్పలేను. ఫర్ దట్ పర్పస్ వాట్ ఐ కెన్ డూ, so basically this is individual commands. Okay, export java underscore home. Java underscore home is nothing but this is the environment name. Okay, this is the variable. So that's what is it, sorry, this is the variable name and this is the variable path. Variable name అంటే ఏంటంటే మన జావా ఎక్కడుంది అని చెప్పడానికి ఒక అడ్రస్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో మన జావా ఎక్కడుందని చెప్పడానికి ఒక అడ్రస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మీరు ఒక అపార్ట్మెంట్ లో ఉన్నారు, లైక్ ఒక గేటెడ్ విల్లాలో ఉన్నారు. అది గేటెడ్ విల్లా నేమ్, మీ అడ్రస్ వచ్చేసి ఇది అనుకుందాం, దిస్. ఓకే, సో ఆల్పైన్ అని చెప్పేసి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు ఒక అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ ఆల్పైన్ అని చెప్పేసి అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ లో లేకపోతే వేవ్ రాక్స్ అన్న సంథింగ్ ఏదో ఒక అపార్ట్మెంట్ లో మీరు ఉంటే అది అపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ అయితే దాంట్లో మీ అడ్రస్ అనుకుందాం. సో ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఇస్ ద కమాండ్ టు ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్. అలా జావా, దిస్ ఈస్ అ హోమ్ డైరెక్టరీ. Okay, java home directory, java underscore home is the home directory which has these files. Like this, Maven also has some home directory called m2. Okay, m2 underscore home. This is the address of Maven /opt/Maven. Okay, and we are exporting. You know, if you give it like this, Maven is equal to dollar, and inside this bracket m2 underscore home path /bin dollar path. What it will do? If the Maven is present in anywhere, if we are building Maven project, this will look for the path and it will execute the Maven commands. Okay, so that is why he has written all the lines in this single command. Okay, so ఒక్కొక్క కమాండ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు, బట్ మనం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తే ఏమంటారు, మనకు టైం టేకింగ్ అన్నమాట. దట్స్ వై వీ విల్ క్రియేట్ వన్ సింపుల్ అంటే షెల్ స్క్రిప్ట్. షెల్ స్క్రిప్ట్ అంటే ఇంతకుముందు మీకు చెప్పినట్లు ఏదో కాదు. The shell script is nothing but a simple text file with a .sh extension. Okay, and it should contain all the commands that needs to be executed. So here he is using nano. We are creating this /etc and /profile d underscore this /etc is I told you, right, all the configurations will be updated in this /etc. This profile d he is creating on this one shell script that should read from the this profile d. Okay, for example, we will create like this only. I simply copied this and I executed this. What I can do, I can directly copy all these commands. It will copy all these 4 commands and right click and paste. Now I want to save this. Okay, now I want to save this. Can anyone tell me what should I do next? Has anyone followed nano editor? So VI we know how to do it, but nano editor, you just simply need to do Control O and then enter and then Control X. Okay, if you check cat /etc, see we have exported our environment variables. It has this file. And the next command is we need to give this file for full permissions. Okay, full permission says you have created shell script. Okay, that is fine. But if you don't give execute permission, will it execute the script? No, right? That is the reason we need to give this execute permission. Chmod I told you, right, to modify the permission. Plus X is to execute this, and this is the file name and path. Okay, simply copying this and pasting it in the server and hit enter. By default, it will execute this thing. Okay. Now execute Maven.sh script file with source command to set up the new environment variables. So we have updated our environment variables in the shell script. Okay, but Maven should read these scripts. Maven should read this export commands. Okay, environment variable మనం అప్డేట్ చేయగానే అది సర్వర్కి తెలుస్తుంది, బట్ Maven కూడా తెలియదు కదా. So for that we use source and that file path. Okay, source and that file path. Now let's check Maven version. See, the latest version is installed. Apache Maven 3.8.6. It's been installed. This Maven home directory is /opt Maven. Java version is this. Okay, and these are some host names. This is saying that this is a Linux operating system, and this is the version or something like that. Okay, it is showing some information. So this is showing some Java Java version and the Ubuntu operating system, and this is the runtime path. Okay, the path where Java is installed. Okay, this is the path. Okay, so that's how we install Maven and server. Okay, this is quite simple only. Okay, if you follow these steps, this is quite simple only. You see this. First thing is we are updating the server. Okay, let me explain once again. In this first thing, install the latest release of Maven and Ubuntu. First, we are updating the server. By default, if there is any intent packages in the Maven, Maven should identify this type. So for that purpose, we need to update this using sudo apt updater. And Maven, by default, we are building Java project. So without Java software, it's not going to install Maven. So that is the reason we use this command sudo apt install default-cdk. It will install the Java version. Okay, and if you check Java -version is the command to check Java. It will give the version, so which is installing Java server. Download and install Maven. So it is quite simple. Okay, first thing what you need to do here, he is using this version, but in our case we are using the latest version. Simply you need to go to this Maven website, official website, on the download section. In the download section, you will be having called this file called this Apache Maven 3.8.6 WinTar. You simply click on this, right click on this. Okay, you will have some options. You copy this link address. Okay, and for importing any package from internet to our server, we need to have a command, right? That is called wget command. So sometimes in servers, we don't find wget command. You need to install it. That is quite simple. Again, sudo apt install wget-y. So like that you can install. Okay, and you just give that link, that Maven software link, and we need to keep this software in a temporary repository, that is /link. Okay, for that we are giving -p. So what is the next step that he followed? Is simply extracted this file. Okay, we just downloaded the tar file. Tar file is nothing but a kind of zip format. Okay, it will contain all the packages, but also we need to extract the file. Otherwise, if you don't extract it, how do you install it? So that is the reason. This is we need to extract that software. So sudo tar exf or -xvzf. Okay, let me explain this command. Tar -xvzf. Both these commands will extract tar files. Okay, This is a Linux command to extract targets. So he has done this extraction, and then from /opt maven directory, we are linking this to /opt maven. So this line, what we are doing is, in this /opt, we already copied this maven software. Okay, we already extracted this maven software, but we should have a maven folder inside this directory. Okay, maven folder inside this directory. For that purpose, we are linking this with one command called sudo ln -s ln space -s, and we are linking this /opt with /opt maven. That is the meaning of this command. Now we need to set up the environment variable. What is the first to set up environment variable? So if we install Java anywhere in the system, and if we install Maven anywhere in the system, our application should be able to read the Maven Java, okay, from anywhere. Okay, so irrespective of the directory, if you are present in any directory, మీరు ఎక్కడున్నా సరే ఆ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ ని కాల్ చేయాలి. ఆ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ అంటే లైక్ జావా ఎక్కడైతే ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిందో ఆ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ పాత్ ని కాల్ చేయాలి. ఫర్ దట్ పర్పస్ వీ హ్యావ్ కమాండ్స్ లైక్ export and export m2_home. Okay, so export command ఏం చేస్తుంటే java is equal to, so I told you, right, this is the variable name and this is the variable value. This is the variable name for Maven and this is the variable value. Okay, like this, it is giving the location of the software where it is installed. So and both are same, like maven_home and both are same. If you say this command is telling the path for this maven subdirectory. Okay, ఇక్కడ ఉంది అని చెప్పి చెప్తున్నమాట. Okay, now simply he gave these installation files, so you can copy it, and we are creating one nano file with this command, and inside that we'll copy this and creating this script. So we are simply this maven.sh is nothing but a shell script. So there when we create this script, definitely we need to give execute permission, or else we won't be able to execute in server. Okay, for executing this script, we need to give execute permission. That is sudo chmod. We are modifying the permission. So +x is to give execute permission. I told you, right? Read is R, okay, and the write is W, and X is for executing. That is the reason here he gave sudo chmod +x and this file path and file name. Okay, the /etc profile d maven is nothing but, in the /etc we have configurations, and that's where we have profile d folder. Under profile d we are creating this script maven sh. Now simply if for executing the script, okay, we have to use this source and this maven file path. Okay, source command, it is used to update the environment variables. So server should know, so we have installed environment variables in server, but Maven should know that, right? For that purpose we use this source command, and simply we are checking this Maven version. Maven of mvn is the command to check the version. Okay, mvn_version is the command. So mvn is a short form of Maven. Don't use Maven. Mvn is a goal. Okay, next we will go to the goals. What are goals? So if you take this, for example, we'll go one by one. We are going to build one sample project. Okay, but before going to that, we need to know what are Maven goals. Okay, Maven goals. So these Maven goals are nothing but it is a specific task or a command to build and manage Maven projects. Maven projects or Java projects, both are same. So it is a specific task and or a command. Okay, it's simply nothing but it's a command. mvn-version అని ఇచ్చాం కదా. So that is one Maven goal. Okay, so like it is simple task or command to build or manage what is a Maven projects. Simply each and every Maven goal has its functionality. Okay, so every Maven goal has its functionality. So for time being, I just copied this. What is it? I have prepared this Maven goal. Okay, if you check this, it's not just a what is it validate. It is MBN validate. Okay, but here I wrote it as validate. So what it is doing? Validate the project is correct and all necessary information is available. Whenever we take any project, it will check if the project is correct or if it is if it is if it has complete information or not. Okay, so let's build a sample project. Okay, so let's build a sample project and I'll explain these commands one by one. And I'm going to GitHub. So we are not developers, we don't have any code. For that purpose, we are going to take some sample Maven projects from GitHub. Okay. Even if you type sample Maven projects, so we have almost 3039 Maven projects. Okay. So out of that, we don't know. Like sometimes some projects may give error because they were updated long time ago. Sometimes some projects will work. For example, this we'll take this. Okay, Gaprif is the developer who write this Maven project. So whenever developer push code to the GitHub repository, as a DevOps engineer, what is our responsibility? We need to copy that code. We need to clone that to our our server. Okay. For that purpose, first let's go to cd/opt because we have Maven in opt directory. Right? We'll go to cd/opt. We'll create one directory called mkdir projects mkdir projects cd projects. I'm changing it to my projects directory. Okay. Now here I'm simply git clone and that project. See, it has cloned this project. If you want to do check, you can do ls. See, Maven samples is the project name. Okay, it's simply cloned to our repository. Now let's get into this cd Maven project. Okay, if you do ls, it has some readme file and multi-module and single module and form.xml. If you check this multi-module, single module and readme and form.xml. I told you right. What is a .git ignore? .git ignore is nothing but if it has any extra process, files in the what is it, unnecessary files in this code, it will ignore this. So that is the reason it is not visible in our server. Okay. So next thing is what we need to do. So we need to execute one by one goal and we will see what happens. Let's check MV and validate. So for example, for every goal, it will show like if the build is successful, if the code is proper, it will show like build is success. But that is not the purpose of this MV and validate. It should check. Okay, MV and validate should check. It should scan the project. It should give the information whatever it's present. Okay. So you have to build order multi-port module by parent. It is showing whatever files are present in this, and it is trying to build this project, and it is showing build is successful information. Okay, it is simply consider this MVN validate. It is simply checking whether it has all the project information or not. So if you check this, it has all the project information. Okay, the required project information for a Maven project to build. Okay, What is this MVN validate command? Validate the project is correct and necessary information is available. Already necessary information is available. Next thing is compile. What is this compile actually? In software development process, the meaning of compile is whenever you write a code, you write in some digits or what is it on some text format. But our machine should understand what is this code, right? Our server should understand what is this code, what is this text and all. So for that purpose, we need to have a compile or compiler. Okay, what this compiler will do? It will translate your text or binary, what is it, or this information or the code to your machine. Okay, we will simply compile this code. Vm compile. So if you check this, it is now what is doing? What is it doing? It is simply compiling the code, and it is making our machine to understand our code. Okay, see Maven, this is it is trying to execute perform some operations. So we compiling one source into this directory /opt projects Maven samples and single module and target class. Okay, like this, what it is doing? It is in the opt directory in projects. Okay, in Maven sample project multi-module. He has created two projects. Okay, one is multi-module, one is single module. Okay, so it is creating two directories. So the it is compiling this code and it is making our machine to understand the code. Okay, that is the purpose of compile. Here build is success, meaning it is compiling the code. The compilation is successful. Okay, the next command, we need to test it. I told you, right? Our code, whenever developer writes code, we need to build this code and we need to test and we need to package this. Build is nothing but a compiling the code and we need to execute the test and we need to package this. So compilation is done. We will test this code. Okay. So MVN test. Simply, it will perform some test. If all the packages are present or not, it will give the result. Okay. So if you check this developer code is correct. Okay, it has done some two tests. Okay, all the tests are successful. This is the meaning of this project. Okay, this is the meaning of ambient test. Simply ambient test is to test the compiled source code using suitable unit test framework. These tests should not be required. The code packages are deployed. Okay, so deploy చేసే ముందే ప్యాకేజ్ చేసే ముందే మనం కోడ్ ని టెస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అన్నమాట. Next thing is very important. It is package. What it will do? It will take the compiled code and package it in distributed format such as jar. Okay. Now we will execute this command mvm package. So it is packaging all the code. Okay, and it is created one jar. See this building jar in /opt/projects Maven samples single module project. Okay, in this directory we have this thing. Okay, whether we write now Maven samples, right? So we will go to this directory cd sample. If you do ls, we have single module, right? cd single module. So and ls, we have targets folder. So each and every time if you are trying to enter into any folder, shortcut is simply type t, like cd and type t, and if you use tab, it will execute the folder name. This is the shortcut. So if you hit enter, you are inside the targets folder. If you list the files, you check this single module project jar. I told you, right? Whenever if there is any code written by developer, we should not give that code directly to any customer. Instead, we need to deploy the code using jar file. So right now we have built one jar file. Okay, and also we'll go to this multi-module and we will see what is there. I am coming out of this directory cd dot dot again cd dot dot. Now if you do ls multi-module is there cd yum and tab. Okay, now you are inside multi-module directory. Now what we have server src web app. Okay, let's go a little bit up. So snapshot, it has created snapshot. See here it is saying building web cd slash opt project Maven sample multi-module web app and target. We need to go in this web app folder. Under targets folder we have web app.war. Okay, and then in this multi-module we have web apps directory. In this targets, okay, in this if you do ls we have web app.war. I told you right, the code should be either it should be packaged into a WAR file or this jar file. So this is one of the simple good project. This developer it has created for this Maven project only. See, simple Maven project for testing. This repository contains two small Maven projects instead of intended as examples how Maven projects can be set up. They can be created used for presentation about Maven. So um, we just packaged our code, okay, and we have created one jar file and WAR file. This is the purpose of Maven build tool. Okay, one package is also done. MVN package is also done. Okay, now this verify it is to run any checks on results of integration tests or quality or criteria met. Generally, we don't use this verify. Okay, the reason is on the build, most probably when you package this, it will successful. It will get success. Okay, this verify it will do a couple of checks. What do you say? If we integrate this Maven with anyone, any other third-party tools or anything, it will check if that is really integrated or not. So we did not integrate this with any tool, so that is a reason where you can include this. MVN install is nothing but the install package into local repository for use as a dependency in other projects locally. Okay, if you use MVN install and specify any package, okay, it will install the package. Let's say for example MVN install examples. Okay, see this MVN clean install. Okay, what it is doing, it is trying to install. If you see this, you know, MVN clean install, it will install one more Maven code. Okay, this is used to install one more Maven code called clean. So మనం క్లీన్ అనేది యూజ్ చేయాలంటే ఇన్స్టాల్ ప్యాకేజ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలంటే ఇది వాడుకోవచ్చు ఇన్స్టాల్ అనేది ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ఎనీ ప్యాకేజ్ ఆల్సో వీ కెన్ use this VM package. Okay, yeah, so it is giving like this. Okay, no problem. So let's say for example MVN clean. Okay, MVN clean is to delete the Maven packages. We have built these WAR files and jar files, right? If you want to clean this Maven project, once the project is done, we can do that using Maven clean. Okay, let's say for example, we'll go into this Maven samples project, cd dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot. You can use command like this to go back to our repositories. Okay, 3 steps back like that. So we are in Maven samples project. Let's execute MVN clean. What is it saying? It is deleting Maven projects. Okay, this target project. It is deleting projects. It is cleaning this projects. That is the advantage of this project. What is it? This is this goal MVN clean. Okay. So the next thing is we have seen what is it? Maven goals and the important Maven goals. This deploy it won't work. Okay, because we need to have a repository. I told you right. Uh, Whenever we build these files like jar files or var files, we need to save move these files to the repository. Okay, we need to move these files to one repository called Nexus repository or JPOG repository. That is nothing but artifact management tools. So since we did not integrate this with artifact management tools, we are not this deploy. Even if you give this deploy, it will give error. Okay, simply we will give mvn compile one more time. mvn test. You don't need to do it every time. Okay, I'm just giving it for example. So and mvn package. Okay, ls. Now if you do mvn deploy, it will give but for sure it will give some error like this. See, we got build failure. Build success is nothing but when the command is success, it will say build success, and the command is failure. Failed to execute goal because the project the deployment failed. Repository element was not specified in form.xml distribution. So I'll tell you what is this form.xml. Okay. So the next concept is form.xml. So what is this form.xml actually? This form.xml, it contains information about the project, configuration, and dependencies, used to build used by me Maven to build projects. Meaning in other ఏంటంటే see this form.xml, each and every Java code should have a form.xml. Let's say for example we'll go to this file. Okay, we open this file here. So here he has written some dependencies. Okay, what is he written? Form.xml, https maven apache r dot. What is it? He has written his dependency for this for building his project. Okay, he has written his version. Okay, he has written some group id. What should be the group id and artifact id? Like once this is once the build is done, it should create id, right? So that artifact id and this version. Okay, likewise he has written all the dependencies, and also he has written some sample modules as well and the prerequisites. So we don't need to worry about it. The developers should always provide this information. So we need to know what is form.xml. That's it. Okay, this form.xml, it contains dependencies. Okay, it contains repository information. So what is meant by repository? Suppose once the build is successful, it will generate artifact, right? It should go to any particular artifact location. Okay, so the artifact location, artifact destination repository. Okay, and the next thing is it will contain some configurations. Configuration is nothing but in order to build this project, what and all required. Okay, that will be mentioned by this developer. Okay, so developer will write all the information inside this. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, just form that makes easy to build both projects at the same time. Okay, what is the description? It will contain all the description as well. So what is he saying? This form.xml, it will contain all the information which is used to build this single module and multi-module project. Okay, and the definition of this form.xml is, this abbreviation is project object model. This .xml is nothing but it is a file format. Okay, it is a file format. So that is the complete Maven functionality. Okay. Today we have seen how to install what is Maven, and we have installed Maven on Ubuntu server, and also we have built on sample project, and we have executed the Maven goals, and we have seen what is Maven form.xml. So this is the complete information about Maven. Okay, you just install Maven application on your server. Try to take any Ubuntu or any machine, and it should be not necessarily Ubuntu. You can install Maven on any Red Hat server as well, but you need to type in Google search like install Maven on Red Hat. Okay, so you'll get some documentations. You can follow that. You can directly follow this. All the steps will be same. The only thing is you need to understand the commands. Okay. Again, I told you, right? He is trying to export the path. Okay. Yes. But instead of writing script, he is trying to execute one by one commands. Okay. So like this, we can install the Maven. So let me stop the recording.